Good morning, everybody. Wow, this is super early to be doing a go live. It is 7 a.m. on Wednesday, and like I said, I don't normally do my go lives this early, but being the schedule the way that it was this week, with Remembrance Day on Monday, we were actually due at the ceremony at 10, so it was not even feasible for me to do my go live on Monday, which I missed like crazy. So that's why I did not want to just like cancel it for the week. I wanted to do something in lieu of. Hey Tina, you jumped on live. Good morning, lady. I saw bits and pieces of your go live with Krista yesterday, and that was amazing. I'm gonna have to get you to come on as a special guest one of these days, because yeah, that was awesome. I haven't even thought about doing guests on these, but it's a really good idea actually. Krista is straight fire, that lady, and I know she just joined our group here this week, so maybe she'll pop on with me one of these days because she's a go live queen. So I hope you are having an awesome week. It's Wednesday, and I love to celebrate wins on Wednesday. I know that today, for me, my win is getting my workout done already. I just got off the treadmill, did some push-ups. Normally I do my push-ups off of my husband. My husband's got a desk downstairs, so I do my push-ups off of that because I'm not really ready to do push-ups off the floor. Awesome, Tina. We'll have to book something maybe for the next weeks to come, because that's going to be awesome. So I do my push-ups off the desk normally, and I can get like 10, 12 in, and then I take a like 10-second break, and then I do more. But today I did a few off of my workout bench where I like do my weightlifting and stuff, and it's like knee height, right? So yay, I'm like progressing. So that's my win. I'm like progressing in my health and my strength, and I'm super excited for that. Today's day 59 of day 75 of my 75 hard challenge. Holy man, has it been crazy? Like, my alarm decides it needs to go off here. Just a sec. I'm going to turn off my notifications for that. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know why my alarm's going off at 4 after 7. Who knows? So yeah, day 59 of 75, and it's just been like just the mental game that you have to play, or like it's not playing a game, but just stepping up your game in the whole like physical department, and then just health, like not drinking alcohol. Believe me, I've wanted a drink now and then, and it's not like I'm an alcoholic. I don't need to drink every day to make myself feel like a better person, if that makes sense. Thanks, Tina. Tina says that I'm killing it and I look amazing. I appreciate your love, girl. So it's been about, to me, it's been about the sweets. Like, we've been through a Canadian Thanksgiving last month, and I did not like get into any carbs. I did not get into sweets. Halloween tempted me so hard because the kids, we only went to like 10 houses, but we live out in the country. So 10 houses means a bag full of candy, like a bag full. It's crazy. And I was tempted, believe me, because I like them little chocolate bars, just like the next lady out there. But it was all about finding, not really replacements, but just finding out why. Like, why did I need that? I didn't really need it. That's why I didn't have it. But I had to look within to see, like, okay, well, is it just a habit for me just to, if the kids have their candy dumped out on the table, for me just to grab one and eat it, So between that and taking my progress pictures, before I started this online business, I was not a selfie person. I did not like taking selfies, let alone like full length mirror pictures of myself in workout gear. are you kidding me? And lately I've been taking pictures because my t-shirts have been fitting looser. And I've been taking pictures with, I don't post these ones because I'm really self-conscious about that part. But, I'll have my pants and then I'll have my workout bra on, right? So, there's a little bit of midriff showing. Not really midriff, but like, right around the belly button area. And I take those ones just for myself, but then I throw a shirt on and take them just so like for posting. Like yesterday when I posted my progress picture for everybody to see on my story. So if you haven't seen that yet, I'm sure it's still on there for another hour or so. I'm not sure when I posted it on there, but awesome. Anyway, so those are my wins. If you have any wins, feel free to drop them in the comments because I love celebrating wins almost as much as I love Mondays. Almost. What else was I going to say? Oh, last night I was on our executive masterclass with our educational platform. It was an extra training, weekly training for 8 weeks with the executive, with our community, and Jada and Easton, it was our director of technology. He was bringing fire, like straight fire last night. And he's just like, hey, well, comment. What do you think? What do you think is holding you back? Like what, not necessarily limiting beliefs, but kind of on the same line. And I'm like, well, I'm not a salesy person. Like I've never been in sales before. For me, it's a learned technique, right? It's learned. And he's like, okay, take that thing that you're saying in your mind to yourself all the time, your thing that you're telling yourself, even subconsciously, and say, take a deep breath and say, it's okay. Like 2 words, it's okay. And it just feels like a weight is so lifted off your shoulders. It's okay that I'm not a salesy person. It's okay that, whatever it is that you're experiencing in your life, whether you're building a business or you're struggling in parenting. I struggle in my parenting every day, but it's okay because we've all been there. We all have struggles, right? So it's okay to struggle, and it's okay to reach out for help, and it's okay to celebrate your wins. Awesome. Okay, so my 5 tips for winning at life. It's kind of repetitive to some of the stuff I've said before in my Monday go lives, but it's also extremely important. These things are extremely important. I kind of picked out of a list. Tina says for her win, she did a go live with Crystal in her awesome Mommed Out group, had a great meeting with the director of economic development corporation in her town, to expand her Reiki meditation business. Awesome. Yes, Tina, that is amazing. So amazing. I love it. You are phenomenal when it comes to your technique and your business. Like, you're just killing it, girl. I love it. Thank you for dropping your win, Tina. I love it. Thank you so much. So 5 tips for winning at life. Number 1, be present. So this is more along the lines of like mindfulness, being aware of your surroundings, being aware of, like, when it comes to parenting, being aware of what your kids are doing, what they're telling you, what they're not telling you. I know because my 5-year-old will hide stuff from me constantly. Just because she doesn't feel comfortable telling me stuff, I guess. I'm not entirely sure. But it's something that I am striving towards, being more mindful about her and like what she's doing, and then what she's not telling me. Excuse me. So paying attention to that stuff, and just like sometimes my kids will be playing and I'll just sit and like watch them. Like, they don't know I'm watching them. They think I'm playing on my phone or watching TV or because I write a lot. They see me writing in my journals or whatever a lot. So I'll be like just hanging out. Well, I'll just be like in the living room and they'll be playing, and I'll just like sit there and watch them and just see their dynamic and see like if one of them is struggling with something else or something that, you know, they can't really tell me. Like my 2-year-old, she has words, but sometimes she can't put her struggles into words, right? So just being mindful. And, you know, putting your phone down is probably the biggest thing that you can do for your loved ones and for even your job, your business. Sometimes, like, my business revolves around my phone because I'm in online marketing. That's just the way it is, right? But sometimes you just got to put it down. Like, I've got set times that my phone is on Do Not Disturb. I started at like 9 p.m. and I don't get notifications on my phone until like 8. So sometimes that's kind of a pain because my bus driver in the morning likes to text me if she's running late or if she's going to be early, just so that we know what time exactly to be out there. So I won't get the notification. I'll have to check my phone just before we go or just after I wake Zoe up or something. But it's just about putting your phone down and like being present, being mindful of the things that are happening around you. Even when we drive in town, and ever since I read and practiced the magic, I've done it like 6 times. And each time it's just like more mind opening, more mind blowing, right? Because it's the magic. If you haven't read it yet, if you haven't done the magical practices within the magic yet, I highly, highly recommend it. Even if you're not really into personal development, I thought it was all a bunch of hoo-ah when I started. And believe me, I am not that person anymore. So, excuse me, I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. When I drive in town and it's just me and the kids and I'm driving and I notice just what's going on, like traffic wise and pedestrians and like lights and stuff. And then when I go through a green light, I say thank you for turning green and letting me progress on my way, right? Continue on my journey. And my husband, it's so funny because I've counted this before and I've like taken notes. He doesn't know this, but every time that we go to town and it's him driving and he gets exasperated about red lights and traffic not doing what they're supposed to do and just stuff like that. I'm like, he gets exasperated and he gets frustrated and he gets like just mad. And I'm like, you know, you're stressing me out because you're so stressed out. But when I come to town with just me and the girls, it's not like this. I get more green lights than you do. You hit all the lights red because something's telling you, hey, stop, pay attention, stop, be mindful, stop, be present, right? I love it. Love it. And then, of course, he's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. all these people running around and he's like all mad because they're doing their own thing and he's mad and they don't even know, right? So on that note about putting your phone down, leave your phone alone. So it's funny because I'll tell him this when we're driving and somebody will text him and he'll pick it up. I'm like, leave your phone alone. You're driving, right? But this is more along the lines of putting it down for, you know, family dinners, or if you're playing with your kids. Like, I'll leave my phone inside when we're outside playing. And I know sometimes it's nice to have it in your pocket in case, you know, emergencies happen. Like, we live in the country. You never know when wild animals will come in the yard. We haven't had that happen for probably about a year. We had a bear go across our driveway last fall, and it's funny because I narrowly missed, like, we would have crossed paths if I would have been like 20 minutes later doing chores. So, and it was funny because I came in from doing chores and I was doing something and then I heard the dogs barking. And I'm like, they were both barking and they're like really like short barks, and they weren't leaving the deck. They were staying on the deck. I'm like, what's going on? And I go to the deck and I see the bear crossing the yard over by the driveway. I'm like, well, that could have been nasty. So, I mean, for situations like that, sometimes it's good to have your phone in your pocket, but you know what? Keep it in your pocket. It doesn't need to come out. You don't need to be checking notifications every 5 minutes. I like to put, like I was saying, my phone on Do Not Disturb, but some people go even farther and put their phone on airplane mode. So that, and they don't touch it for like the first couple hours that they're awake. I tend to check stuff, and I probably shouldn't. I should probably leave my phone plugged in downstairs while after I like go upstairs to go to bed, and then I can check it when I come downstairs. But I like to use yes, Tina, thank the magic for not running into the bear. Definitely. Thank you for that amazing outcome of me not getting eaten by a bear. Oh, definitely. So yeah, the first part of the morning, like, make sure your phone's on airplane mode. Don't check it. I like to have my phone to do meditations because I like the guided meditations on YouTube. But if your phone's on airplane mode, then, and you have one downloaded, then you don't need to check your notifications. Like I said, I have mine on Do Not Disturb because it's kind of like, I like to have it around in case of emergency, especially when my husband's on night shift. When he's on night shift, I like to have it on Do Not Disturb, but then his phone calls are allowed to come through, and like his parents' phone calls are allowed to come through just in case something happens. So that's just like me being an oil-filled wife living in the country. But definitely find something that works for you. Number 3, you and only you are in control of your emotions. So this is kind of going back to what my husband does when he's driving around in town. It's so funny. Like, you would laugh your butt off if you could see him while he's driving around in town. Sure, that person cut you off, or you're at a restaurant and the waiter messed up your order, but it's your thoughts that created your feelings. It's like, oh, that person cut me off. How dare they? And then you get mad. Or that light turned red. How dare that light turn red? Like, doesn't that seem silly? I have a little story that goes with this. When was it? Thanksgiving weekend, my mom and my daughters and I went up to Fort St. John because that's where I was born and raised, and we went up to visit some family. So we're staying at a hotel for a couple nights, or one night, couple nights, I can't remember. One night. And that night, my mom's sisters and my grandma came to visit us at the hotel, and our hotel's right next to Boston Pizza. So we went to Boston Pizza and we're having dinner. And I ordered the mini pizzas, and since I'm trying to eat clean, I'm like, oh, pizza with cauliflower crust? Yes, let's do this. I want to try it so bad. So I ordered this little pizza with cauliflower crust. We all placed our orders, and we're all sitting there, and our orders come out, and I'm helping the kids get their food, and they're all good, and mine isn't out yet. And the waitress is like, I'm so sorry, like, your order came out and it wasn't cauliflower crust, so I had to put it in again, and I'm so sorry, like, whatever. I'm like, it's okay, it happens, it's not a huge deal. But she acted like I was going to beat her with a stick or something. I have no idea what she expected out of me, but I'm like, hey, it's okay, mistakes happen, it's not a huge deal. So I'm sitting there having conversation, enjoying conversation with my aunts and my grandma, because I haven't seen my grandma in a while, and it comes out, and she's like, this will be complimentary, it's on us because we made the mistake, and I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's not a huge deal, but you know what? I got a free pizza. How cool is that? So it's all about you, and you are in control of your emotions. You may not be able to control what happens. Like, I couldn't control that waitress or that server putting in my order wrong, or whoever, whatever happened. I can't control other people, right? I can just control my own reaction to things that happen in my life. So me being so laid back, and my mom's like, I can't believe how laid back you were. You were just like, it's no big deal. And then you got a free pizza. I'm like, what was I going to do? Blow up in front of my kids, in front of my, there's no point, right? So that is a huge tip that people do not even fathom. They're like, oh, well, that person did this to me, so I'm going to be mad at them, or I'm going to do this to them. Like, what's the point? What's the point? So you can get back at them, so they can get back at you, so they can get, like, what's the point? And it's not like turning the other cheek, but it's just being grateful that, I was just grateful that I got my food and that I got to be with my family, because I hadn't seen them since Easter. So it was nice to be there and sit and chat. And they're asking about my 75 hard challenge journey, so they're talking to me about that because they were doing some weird cauliflower soup diet thing. I'm like, hey, I did that when I was a teenager. No thanks. Not my thing. But hey, go for it. So that's number 3, which I think should have been number 1, but I just kind of went and I don't know. They're all good. They should all be number 1. All right. Number 4 is kind of gory, maybe sadistic a little bit, but contemplating your own death. So when I first started on this journey of being an online marketer, one of my mentors, Jessie, I'm sure you've seen, Tina says, yes, we lose our personal power when we play the victim role. Yes, we do. So let's maintain our power. So Jesse and a couple of his guys, Jesse, Tyler, and Brett, I think it was, they came up to Grand Prairie and they did like a 1-day event for us up here in Grand Prairie. And it was super awesome. And I had only been into the business a couple of months. So I was super stoked about what they had to say. Hey, Brandy. Good morning, lady. I hope your morning's going well. And he said, he's like, you have 30 minutes to live. Who are you with? What are you doing? Like, go into some detail about this thing. Like, what is so important to you that you are doing it and you are with these people for the last 30 minutes of your life? And ever since then, I've done this practice a few times, but that was the first one. And it's changed a little bit each time because I'm like, since then I've invented time travel and I've wanted to be with less people. I'm like, we want to be on our farm. We want to like go riding on our farm and I want to be with my family, but not just like my husband and my kids. I want to be with my dad. I want to be with my mom. I want to be with all these people and all these people are here with me. Oh no, I hope your little baby's gonna be better soon. Brandy says she's got a very sick baby. So I hope your little man feels better soon, girl. Maybe take your time today and just kind of veg out with him. So what this practice does of contemplating your own death, it allows you to enjoy the life that you have, enjoy the life that you're living because you are alive. You're watching this, you're alive, dude. So congratulations on that. That's Winning Wednesday right there. Hey, Brandy, feel free to share any wins for the week. Tina shared hers and it's pretty awesome. So not only does it let you enjoy the life that you're living, it sometimes will light that fire under your butt that you need, whether you're, starting a business or in a business and you've been in it a while and you're just kind of feeling stuck, maybe in a rut, or maybe you're feeling a little complacent, like you're like, oh, well, I don't need to do that today because, I did it yesterday and it didn't get me any results. That's not the point. But that's a consistency problem, not a fire under your butt problem. But it's all about holding yourself accountable, right? So if you think about that, you're tackling your Christmas shopping, Brandy. Awesome. I think we might wait till we go to Vegas to go Christmas shopping because, I don't know, Cordell wants to go shopping in Vegas for some reason. I know, right? So contemplating, it's not like I do this every day. I don't think about the last 30 minutes of my life every day, but maybe once a week I think about it. I don't write it out like I've done in the past, but sometimes I'm like, oh, this is what I'm doing. This is who I'm with. This is where we are. Think about it. And if you have to write it down, but use all of your senses. Use your sights, your smells, your touch. Like, what are you feeling emotionally is huge. Like, if you can put emotion into whatever that you're doing, like your visualization, that is probably what's going to kick you in the butt. So yeah, number 4, contemplating your own death. Number 5, and my last tip for winning at life, because I've been on here for 25 minutes already, and yeah, I know you guys like to hear me yammer on, but I should probably jump off here eventually. So number 5 is stop thinking that life is a game to be won. So I've talked about yard sticking before. If you've watched any of my Monday morning motivations, any of my 37 Monday morning motivations, yard sticking Not good. And I know it's really hard to do with social media and everything that's out there. People put their highlight reels on social media. They don't put their struggles. They don't put everyday life on social media. Are you kidding me? If social media had everyday life on there, you know how much of a bummer it would be? But you can't judge your own life based on somebody else's life. I'm talking about you are your only competition in life. You look in the mirror, that is your competition. Yesterday is your only competition, because that is the only person that you have to beat. And that's why I love the 75 hard challenge, because I'm like, hey, yesterday was day 58, today is day 59. I am just one day closer to my challenge. I'm like, when I'm done my 75 hard challenge, I'm gonna have to find another challenge. I don't know if I'll be able to do this for another 75 days, especially over Christmas. But you never know. Maybe. We'll see. But it's all about not comparing yourself to other people, right? You can't compare your chapter 1 if you're going to start a business. Like, you say you're going to start an online business. You can't compare your chapter 1, your very first page, like barely words on a page, to somebody else's chapter 110 or 111. You can't compare, because they've gone through different growth than you. They may have had different struggles than you. They are a different person than you. You can't compare this is apples and oranges. You can't compare apples and oranges. Sure, they're fruit. We're all people. But one you peel and one you just eat. So, I mean, that person has gone through these struggles and you have these struggles. So let's not compare ourselves, right? So it's all about, at the end of the day, we all have, 365 days in the year. We all have 24 hours in a day. We all have 7 days a week. We're all given time to do the things that we need to do, whether you're wallowing, whether you're judging, whether you're getting mad at people cutting you off on the road, whether you are ignoring everything around you, ignoring all the signs and ignoring everything, or you can win at life and you can be present. You can put your phone down once in a while and just be with your kids. You can just be with your loved ones, or just be. Sometimes it's good to just be. Put your phone down. Put it on Do Not Disturb. Just be for a while. You don't have to meditate. Just sit. Look around you. You know what I used to love to do when I lived in Calgary for a year, a full year basically to the day. I went to college. I went to massage therapy college in Calgary, and this was my first time away from home. I was 20 years old. I lived by myself, and I used to go to, there's a big mall called the Chinook Mall in Calgary. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, but I used to take the train or the bus or whatever down, because I didn't have a car. I used to take it to the Chinook Mall, and I used to wander around. I used to sit on the benches and just watch people. I used to sit in the food court and watch people. And it's amazing what kind of insight that you can have just sitting there and watching people. I had no money, so it's not like I was going to go shopping at a mall. I did go to a movie by myself once. It was very interesting, but that's a story for another day. But it's just about just winning, right? Let's win at life. Let's put your phone down. At that time, I had my first phone. This was 17 years ago. But leaving your phone alone, putting it down, just being in the moment, and taking control of your own life, taking control of your own emotions, and just stop thinking that you need to win at life. You win against yourself. Right? Tina says she loves watching people and guessing their stories. Exactly. And it's funny because after a while I did make a couple friends. So we would go to the mall together and, and we would make up stories about what was going on with the people that we were watching. So yeah. Brandy says you could tell a lot about a person by just watching them. Exactly. And I kind of miss it. I kind of miss having the freedom to just like go somewhere busy like that and just like watching people. It's with kids you can't just watch people because you're like focused on your kids. But maybe one day I'll take some time and do that because I have Thursdays off, right? So oh, I'm so excited. I planned a spa day for the Thursday before we leave. I'm doing like getting my hair done, I'm getting my pedicure, manicure, everything. I'm like gonna be all did up for this Vegas trip. It's gonna be crazy. You won't recognize me. But anyway, on that note, thank you ladies for sharing your awesome wins, Brandy and Tina. Thank you for popping on live. Love, 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 and appreciate you both. If you're tuning in and watching the replay, definitely share your wins in the comments. I'd love to hear them, and let's celebrate them because every moment is something to celebrate. Every moment that you are alive is something to celebrate, and every moment that you can take control of your own life is something to celebrate. That's all about freedom, right? So thank you again, ladies, for tuning on live, and I will see you definitely on Monday this time for your Monday morning motivation. Monday at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time here in this group. If you're watching the replay, whether on my website or on my YouTube channel, definitely check out my group because it's pretty awesome. Thank you, ladies. Love, love, love you all. Mwah. Bye.